Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest, and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored.
Now it's Ronaldinho, and he's managed to get free.
That's good play from him.
He's going up, Ronaldinho! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Flamengo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pedri tries to clear. Armenia have the chance to go the other way. And here's Drogba. And that pass just didn't quite work. Mateus. And it's Bergkamp. Pedri. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. This is a promising build-up. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Berbatov. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Sucic. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Berbatov. Bergkamp. And the shot! And he scores! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
After 17 minutes is number 18,
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
He has found the way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And here's Van Nistelrooy, and he's lost his man here. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that was never going to make it. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Drogba. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Knocks it into space. Odo. Now it's Yamal. And the cross comes in. And that has been cleared. Yamal. Oh, a delicate chip through. Caught offside that time. Plays the return pass. Now it's Pedri. Odo gets into a good position. And that is expertly dealt with. That's rather hopeful. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And it's Ronaldinho. Swung over. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. De Bruyne. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's quick to snatch it back. And De Bruyne! It's loose, and there's and another try! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Silvestre. And that has put paid to that. And the shot!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Roberto Carlos. Sucic spots it and intercepts. Well, that pass isn't the best.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Roberto Carlos. And he was quick to react. Great vision. Oh, that looks a Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! A finish of true class! Flamengo are level! There was no getting... And that is indeed the final act. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution in progress.
So once again, we're underway. Xavi Alonso. Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for options for movement. Chance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Ronaldinho conjures time and space where few can. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, this is a great... And Berbatov! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Flamengo are looking to go forward now. And oh, just a keeper now. Drogba! Superb goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Flamengo have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was... And De Bruyne! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Armenia really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. That's been slipped through. He's found a way through. Tries a shot! Goal! 2 to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Substitution on the field, number 17.
Armenia can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That is a little undercooked. That pass has been well intercepted. Boyan. Chouameni. Armenia still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's been played through. He's one-on-one. Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And yes, it's him, decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So could they be onto something here? Roberto Carlos. Drogba. Ronaldinho. Oh, nicely intercepted. Into the last quarter of an hour. He's picked his way through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now that's well seen too. And it's Ronaldinho. Bergkamp. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. Oh, good-looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. There's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what a mistake! Chance, surely! And he's following up, and again. And it's there! Right back in the game! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Armenia now just needing one.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And he was alert to it. Oh, super big chance!
Armenia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Takes a shot! And he has his goal! They have stolen level at the last! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
5 minutes to add. That is good alertness. Xavi Alonso, lovely pass, but can he get there? And a chance! So close, but that is as good as it gets. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that...
Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, chances like that need a delicate touch, and they're quite a tough skill.
Chu plays it short. And this takes a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. That is a great pick out. And this is Hazard. He is through here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hazard picks it up out wide. He leaps for it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
It's Gerrard! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's Chu. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to...
Tries a shot! That's another chance! Armenia have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now there's a chance for a shot! Bergkamp gets flagged offside. He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Armenia are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He has found the way through. Shapes to shoot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Pedri. Oh, easy pickings there. Armenia have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he's in a big chance! Oh, good finish! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Just one in it now.
Oh, yeah.
Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Akanji spots it and intercepts. And he cuts out the supply. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Pedri. Mateus looking for the run. That is good alertness. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Gerrard. And it's Pedri. Pedri going forward.
There they go, hunting again.
Looking for options for movement. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's been hooked away. Oh, beautifully... Impressive jump! Oh, crossbar! And it's bounced out off the woodwork! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I thought...
Bergkamp! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bergkamp clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And now they can spring out of defence. Kukçu. That's Gerrard. Raul. Oh, that's delightful. He's a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Caught offside that time. Bergkamp, it's Bergkamp! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Well, the permutations are as simple as they are exciting. One remaining shot and they must hit the bullseye. There's nothing quite like last day drama. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Armenia need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. That has ended up in no man's land. And they're back on the ball again. Now that looks a decent ball. Osimhen! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistency, and the way he has no real weaknesses in his game. Such great all-round ability. He really does excel all round.
Baresi gets over and intercepts. Howson calmly anticipates. Oh, this looks sharp. Sabani. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He's picked his way through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Chance! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through?
Armenia definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some...
And the finish! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Neither side yet able to find the net. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hazard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Tries a shot! That's another chance! And it's there! And who else? Who else? This is what he lives for, taking centre stage yet again. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't...
He's having a pop! And that is wildly off target.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Totti. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mateus is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. And here's Bergkamp.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's Bergkamp! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that.
Shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Oh, that was sharp, deliciously sharp.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Hazard. Not the most accurate pass.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Spread neatly. Header! Oh, good-looking ball. Armenia looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. It's just beyond his reach. That has not gone well. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Marlon, showing great feet there. Xavi Alonso. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Knocks it into space. Takes a shot! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Armenia really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Armenia are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And he's picked it up out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Armenia needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly.
Shot, surely! And he's hit it too high.
Armenia certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Olise. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. De Bruyne. That's a throw. Odo. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And he's intervened well there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Nicely spread. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mateus.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. McTominay. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Otto. Bojan. And this is De Bruyne. No way through, so back it comes. Xavi Alonso. That pass has been well intercepted. It's played through. Good effort from distance. And he's spooned it over the bar.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, good ball. He's having a shot. Brought out the best in the keeper.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
And it's going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. McTominay! And that is faded wide. It's a pretty loose pass. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's found support out wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Opts to play it back. Elise. And that is a little undercooked. Mateus.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Elise. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Marlon receives it in a good position here. Peruzzi gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Hazard. No, that's been intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Hazard. Into the last quarter of an hour. Out towards the flank. Marlon. Time and again they are repelled. Threads one in. Howson cuts it out. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Bergkamp! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to pull further clear. That is some save from De Gea. He has spurned it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bojan. Oh, Red, nice interception. Great vision. Bergkamp unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Picked out, big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Can he stop it going out? It's Alonso!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Bergkamp! And another try! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And it's Hazard. Tries to play it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's had it nicked away. Now, can they get him away? Aimed beyond the defence. So no flag here. Mateus. And the shot! It is close, but that is the last of it. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Armenia really deserve full marks to have come through such a difficult game in the manner they did. There's always a feeling that the fear of losing is what ultimately decides games like this, but not on this occasion. They played the game and the occasion beautifully.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Armenia are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who...
And a chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mateus, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Threads one in. Neymar.
Oh, really well played.
He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Bergkamp. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos stood his ground strongly. Dahari. He's had it taken off him. Nicely weighted ball. Mateus. And it's Roberto Carlos.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Just eases him off the ball. Bojan Kurkic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that was vital. Mateus! And he's stuck it away. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
No, that's been intercepted. Couldn't squeeze it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get on the end of this? Baresi. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Eric Garcia makes the interception. De Bruyne. That has been slung wide. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. He's in plenty of space here. And that should get the job done. Berbatov is flagged offside. He's looking wide. Oh, that's delightful. And he's managed to get free. Otto promptly onto that, and that is that. Buriram United are a team that take pride in possession. He's in one-on-one. He's had a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And they get themselves in front. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Buriram United with the lead. That has not gone well. Great vision. Great chance! And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
There's the shot! He's got a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Drills one in. That's put paid to the danger. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, that's well spotted.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Now it's Yamal. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bojan Krkic providing an outlet on that flank. And that is a little undercooked. It's Bergkamp! Now, who's going to be first to this? And here's Azar. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Armenia have themselves a chance from the spot. This to make it 1-0. Just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's well done, really robust. He's picked his way through. Conte. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Played out to the left flank. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Beckham. Oh, no joy this time. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's a sharp little ball here. Beckham. Hakimi. And it's Azar. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Beckham. He's in plenty of space here. Hakimi picks it up now. Shot at goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Yamal. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Azar. Can he get on the end of this? Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Azar. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Roberto Carlos. And here's Yamal. Beckham. Looking to play. Yamal! And that is wildly off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Beckham. And it's Hakimi.
Armenia really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Some resolute defending there. Beckham. Yamal. Now it's Azar. Aims beyond the defence. He has found the way through. And Shevchenko!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, it's come loose. Bojan Krkić unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tries to play it through. Mateus. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Armenia can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Substitution for Fenerbahce. Number 6, Conte. Number 19, Yamal. Coming on the field.
So we're off again.
Erling Haaland.
Armenia leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And here's Bojan. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rijkaard. And it's Shevchenko. And he was quick to react. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now it's Bojan. Hakimi cuts it out. Esteval is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. De Bruyne. Bojan Krkić in acres of space out wide. Bojan! Rijkaard. Now it's Haaland. Odo. And Mateus. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Bergkamp really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, he's found support out wide. De Bruyne. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Esteval. Thinks about the shot. the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Beckham. De Bruyne. And here's Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Armenia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
De Bruyne. Now it's Bergkamp.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Beckham cuts out the pass. Hakimi. Spread to the right. And that has left him in a heap. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, easy pickings there. Defending was strong and firm. Mateus. Now it's Bergkamp. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's De Bruyne.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Bergkamp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Rijkaard. And he cuts out the supply.
Fenerbahce truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. Armenia can consider themselves just about safe now. Great vision. And it's been played through. And the shot! Oh my word! Dennis Bergkamp! A finish of true class! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Hakimi. Upamecano.
2 minutes has been indicated.
And it's Van Dijk. 2 minutes to be added on. That's Beckham. And time is up. Armenia pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness ruthlessness,
Just a quick reminder
relentlessness.
today, please refrain
Bergkamp
from parking
taking in the
outside
accolades,
stadium.
having been named
Thank
man
you
of the
very much
match,
for your cooperation.
and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.